very close to the end here. Donkey added to his red cubes. That's his biggest weakness. But then he didn't have anything else that was obvious to do. He's got lots of blue. He could use blacks, but he didn't have a black piece on the board. He throws it here. This gives him 2 temples in his favor. This guy's only got 1, but he figures, well, what the hell? Make him burn 1, because I got nothing I can do. Well, he doesn't have 1. So he's popped. And that's a bonus red cube, which is exactly what this player actually needs. And now he collects up his points here, which includes the 2 blacks and a green as well, which is helping fill out his holdings. He's actually got a pretty decent set of holdings in terms of balance here, except for this horde of blue, but that's okay. It's not hurting him to have that. He kind of accumulated that by building a lot of blue and then this temple happening, or monument happening here. And let's see, both the pottery and the archers are doing the same kind of thing, expanding the territories, trying to balance out their chits. No big strikes anymore here. When we hit to the lion, he actually goes for the same thing. He adds a blue, that's his weak spot, and then says, ooh, if I connect, I get a bonus white cube. And that's precisely what I wanted to do. So he played this green, which nobody's going to get value for. He would have been able to get value for it, but he doesn't really need green. What he does need is these little white cubes. There's no competitions anywhere here, so it's no big deal at all. And we're getting down to the end. Everybody's been playing just a token or 2. We're not seeing these big wars that drain the pool. I think we're actually pretty much at the end here. We'll see how this plays out. But the donkey player, looking for the same bonus. Let me get bonus tokens, but let me see what I can do with them. So he's playing a piece. It doesn't really matter what. It's a black piece to connect up to these. His plan here is that scoops him at the end of the turn 1 extra piece. He'll get another extra piece by pushing into here. There was nowhere else where he could get 2 bonus pieces, 2 bonus cubes, the white cubes. Well, he could play here and here, so he may not go here. The value to this, though, is that this will probably, I think, end things, because I'll be committing 3 blues to that fight, and I've got all these blues, so I'm looking at trying to close it out as I get my victory points here. Alright, so first thing we do is we have this combination. Well, there's no competition for it, so it just happens. There's no penalty there. But now this next one, I'm going to play another black, and I'm going to hook up into here, and that does this again. Now there is a competition between the blue lion, who has 4, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got 5 additional. So I'm at +5 right now. I'm going to shoot that up to +8. He can't beat that, and he doesn't want to throw in any extra. So he is going to collapse. That's 1. And now his blues collapse with him. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 more blues go over here. That means nothing. It really doesn't. But what does mean something is we get to collect some pieces. Drop the tile. We get to collect a few pieces here. First of all, I've got the blacks, so I get 2 more blacks. Again, those aren't really important to me. I don't get a blue. Oh, I couldn't play. I wasn't the guy playing. Shit. Okay. So I don't get all those blues. Those 5 blues go over here, which is a huge bonus for him that I wasn't counting on. And I think I get these 3 pieces back because I had to play 2 pieces. So this is not going to end it. Pity. Okay, so I took the 2 blacks. I also take a green piece, which is of some value for that. And now the important part is that I get to steal away. That's not connected. I don't have a treasure over here. So all I get to steal is one treasure. Same as I would have anyway. I'll take this one over here and add it to my pile. And that's more. I maybe could have gotten something else anyhow. Oh well. And a couple of pieces. But there's still pieces left. Actually, there were enough left that it wasn't going to end, even if he had played it out. Alright. Oh man, I screwed up. Yeah, those blues came off. But here's what I screwed up. I didn't realize that green guy is up there. So I got more of a problem, and I might lose my one green that I'm getting for this turn as well. So I've only got one green, and I didn't have any in my pile. I'm easily defeated by this, which breaks this piece off. And this. That gives 2 green over to the lion player. Oops. It's a tough game to judge everything. Now, obviously, players are probably more careful than I am, but I'm trying to get a grasp on things here, and not really succeeding. Okay, so that was his turn. Now he lost the green because he collected it for that, but this guy does not get it either because it's not his turn yet. So that was not a good turn for blue at all. He screwed up royally. And I think that's kind of one of the cooler things about the game, is that opportunity to mess up. Trying to figure out what to do with these vases. He's got a real problem. He's only got 5 reds and 5 greens. He kind of needs to boost both those points. He has no wilds. Everybody else seems to have collected wilds. Okay, so we're going to challenge the lion here. Red on red. We both have 4. I got 2 bonus ones. The lion does not have any. He's pumped out. There goes a red chip into my hand. That's one of the things I wanted. What's the other one? Well, the other one I wanted was the green. I got 4. The lion has 1. He's out. Another red chip into my hand. Now I get the production where I get a blue and a green from the 2 monuments. Whatever they're worth. Well, the green was important to me. Now I've played a couple pieces. I draw a couple more. We are getting close to the end. If there is a real battle, it could end it. But there's still, you know, more than 6 pieces in there, I think. We're with the urn right now. He sees that his weaknesses are red and green. He added a green piece down here. That gave him 1 pip, and he's going to get another one for that, and he's going to get a blue. But this is kind of impressive. He can drop this into place, make a handshake. And he's now linked these 2. Now, his kingdom has a huge amount of reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 4. So he's at like +7. He doesn't have any red chips of his own. But then again, the donkey doesn't either. And that scores him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red pieces. Pumping his value up tremendously by that attack. That gets rid of a bunch of these. He's got 2 draws left, and it's getting pretty low. And still nobody's destroyed anything, but the problem is you can't destroy the monuments. Oh, I haven't collected my points yet. So a blue and a green, I was saying. You can't destroy the monuments, and you can't destroy a temple with a treasure. It's really tough for me to see the destruction being valuable. Now, when you see somebody encroaching on you in an ugly way, you could put a block up that way. But I haven't felt like I've been in a position where I've been able to notice that. It may just be my inexperience with the game, essentially. Let's go over to the arrows and see if he can collect himself some blues, reds, blacks. He needs all kinds of things. Well, the lion was in even worse shape, and he threw his hand in, hoping to draw something he could use. Well, he did. He drew a red piece. He could have used that. But there were only 2 pieces left. And I don't know if you can kind of feel and decide, oh yeah, I'll only draw those 2 in the hopes that I can do something. But he really didn't have many plays available that would help him. So now we're at the scoring phase. It really is that simple here at this point. And we count them up. And so if we go over here, you can see 8 lots. Looks like 7 is my limit. I could do it either way here for him. Over here, looks like 7 is again the limit here. Okay. Over here, this is pretty big. We've got an 8 here on green. So that's got the lead so far. And then cutting over here, only 5, 6, 7, 7. So yeah, you know, it's a 1-point game. Everybody's at 7 except this guy. He's at 8. And a victory for our friendly vase player. Did I learn anything? No, I'm stunned again. You know, this is kind of the feeling I had the first time I played it. And honestly, that's kind of a good feeling with a game like this. Now, there may be a aha moment where, you know, you kind of really get it. I don't feel like I really got it because I didn't play these things. And I can foresee where they kind of might be useful, but it's tough for me to really, you know, come up with a situation. I can say, if I could project that somebody wants to link us up, I can stop you. And that's really kind of potent. But, well, other than that, and these seemed a little less valuable than they initially felt to me, because building one of them, okay, great. Even if I'm in the lead or whatever, now I've set it up, I'm going to get this constant income. Well, usually the act of building it might require that you've already accumulated, like this guy did, a ton of chips in that color anyway. And so that you kind of don't really want it there. And then it lets other people catch up and get chips fairly cheaply with an insurrection, say, where they can just throw themselves into a center of red spaces and create this power. Yeah, I screwed up some things, there's no question, but that's okay there. Overall, though, it has definitely stunned me again. All right, up this, guys.